Friends, today we're going to learn about a text called 3 Ways to Learn About Consumer Power. But first, let's talk about communities. I know who I am and what groups I am a part of. Your community is a group that you're a part of. Your family could be your community. Your classroom can be your community. The people that are your neighbors are a part of your community. You have lots of different communities depending upon what groups you are a part of. So, in your opinion, which banana would you buy? Would you buy this banana? Or would you buy this banana? Take a moment to think about that. Today we're going to take notes as we read a text called 3 Ways to Learn About Consumer Power. So, you're going to need your notebook. Make sure you go grab that right now. If you need to pause the video, you can. You're going to open your literacy notebook and write 3 ways to learn about consumer power at the top. You're also going to write the number 1 at the top of the page under the title. This is so you can take notes on the beginning of the text, writing down key details. There will be 3 sections in the text, and they will each have a number so you can label them 1, 2, and 3 as you take notes. Also be thinking about what the main idea of the text is while we read. So you're going to have a 1 here to start, and you're going to write down key details. When we get to the 2 in the text, you'll write down a 2. And when we get to the 3 in the text, you'll write down a 3, and keep on writing key details for each of those things. There's going to be some vocabulary in the text today. As we read it, we're going to see some seafoam green numbers that highlight vocabulary words. And here are those words right here. We're going to see if we can match their meanings to the meanings that are over here. So, the first one is conscious. The second one is exercising. The third one is producers. The fourth one is local. The fifth one is eco-friendly. All right, here's some definitions, but they're not in the right order, so you're going to have to try to figure out which they match to. So, a person or company that makes or grows. Being aware. Good for the environment. Using. From a certain area or neighborhood, usually nearby. Okay, let's think about this. First of all, if you were thinking conscious, conscious means aware. If you knew that one, ding, 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 ding. If you didn't, just put it in your head. Exercising. Now, you might think about exercising like the kind of exercising you do with Miss Sorensen, but that is not the exercising that they're talking about here. Exercising, they're talking about using, particularly using your ability to make choices. All right, producers. Producers. A producer is a person or company that makes or grows things. All right, local. What do you think local could be? Local means from a certain area or neighborhood, usually nearby. Eco-friendly. Well, there isn't much left, so if you said good for the environment, you are absolutely right. So now we're going to read the text. Hopefully you have the title at the top of your page, 3 Ways to Learn About Consumer Power, and you've written the number 1, 2 at the top. When you're taking notes today, you're going to be thinking about key ideas that are in the text. That means things that really make you think about what might be the main idea of this text. So, 3 ways to learn about consumer power. I'm already predicting that this is going to teach me 3 different things about consumer power. And I know that consumers are people who take in things or use things. So we're going to have to find out about how we consume or take in and use things and how we can do it better. So this text explains how to make better choices next time you buy something. Here we go, reading the text. What is consumer power? Think about your favorite store, toy, or food. The ability to decide what you and your family buy is called consumer power. By buying certain products instead of others, you can help make a positive difference in the world. How can you become a more conscious consumer. Remember that word consumer means user. 1, at the shop. So now you need to start taking notes for sure of all the details because you see that 1 here. Every time you have a say in which products you buy, you are exercising your buying power. Exercising meaning using. Choose products with less packaging. Once upon a time, the world believed that extra packaging was a sign of quality and importance. We now know that packaging is mostly waste. Next time you look at a product, look at the package it comes in. Does a single pen really need all of that packaging? Does your new toy really need that huge box? Thinking about these questions can help us cut down on waste. Now, if you're taking notes, you might want to write down something like, packaging does not equal good, or packaging does not equal better. All right, here we go. IFSC paper products. The Forest Stewardship Council is an organization that makes sure wood and paper products come from forests that are responsibly managed. It is easy to check for the FSC label on pencils and paper. By looking for this label, you are exercising your buying power. You have a choice in what you buy and where the products come from. You can see the FSC label right down here. So you might want to take notes. In your notes, you might want to say something about FSC. So FSC is a label that shows, I don't know, what will you say? Perhaps that it's from a sustainable forest, that people are taking care of the forest, something like that. Okay, now you need to write the number 2 into your notebook so that you're ready to take notes on the middle section. A source. Do you know where your food comes from? How about your favorite toys? Your favorite snacks don't come from the aisles of the grocery store. Your favorite toys don't come from Target or Toys R Us. Learning about where our products really come from can help us make decisions. So you might want to take a note about that. Visit a local farm. You can visit a local farm to learn more about where our food comes from and what is healthy to eat. Support local food producers. Remember, producers are people who create things. A lot of trucks are needed every day to move vegetables and fruits from farms to grocery stores. This is a big problem. These trucks release carbon dioxide and other harmful gases into the air. That is why you should purchase food from items from local producers. Local meaning nearby. Look for farmers markets or grocery stores that carry local products. Now, if you haven't already taken some notes on that, you might want to take some notes on that previous page. And now it's time to write a 3 because you're at the last section of this text. Believe in your power. You have the power to change the neighborhood and the world you live in. The choices you make as a consumer can make a difference. They can change the future of our planet for the better. Maybe you'll want to take a note on that. A golden rule. Whether it's choosing eco-friendly products that are good for the environment, at the store, or writing letters to local politicians about topics that matter to you, your voice makes a difference. Okay, so you might want to take a note about that. All right, my friends, now that you've taken all these notes, it's our time to actually write some of these things into a graphic organizer. So this is going to organize our ideas that we gathered from earlier when we were reading. So I'm going to click here in a moment, and we're going to fill out the graphic organizer together. All right, friends, let's fill out this graphic organizer. It says 3 ways to learn about consumer power. What is the main idea? Well, what do you think? The main idea is of the text 3 ways to learn about consumer power. Pause this and think about it. I wonder if maybe we should write down the key details and see if we can figure it out from there. Okay, what are the key details that support the main idea? Well, one key detail from the beginning was, it's a good idea to get products that don't have a lot of packaging. All right, so that is one idea, and you might have more. All right, another idea from the middle section. We're talking about the source, where we get things from, and they were talking particularly about finding out where things come from. And one thing that they mentioned was, it's a good idea to buy local products so that trucks don't use up lots of gas transporting goods to us. All right. And they talked about how that gas makes bad things go into the environment and into the atmosphere. All right. What was the third section? The third section was about believing in your power. And one of the things it said was, you can choose eco-friendly products, right? And they also said that you could maybe write letters to politicians. So that's another thing you could have written down. Okay, let's take a look at these three key ideas that I picked out. One was, it's a good idea to get products that don't have lots of packaging. It's a good idea to buy local products so that trucks don't use up lots of gas transporting goods to us. And choose eco-friendly products. These main idea, or these key details are making me think that our main idea is that it's important to be an informed consumer so I can make good decisions about what I buy. All right. So I think that's pretty much the main idea, because this idea about getting products that don't have a lot of packaging means that I can be an informed consumer and not waste a lot of silly packaging that doesn't need to be on my products. The fact that it's a good idea to buy local products so that trucks don't use up a lot of gas transporting goods to us also is a part of this idea of being informed, because I might want to buy local things so that so I'm not going to make the world an unhealthy place. Down here it says choose eco-friendly products. The fact that I'm going to choose eco-friendly products means that I have to be informed. I can't just choose them without knowing which ones they are, right? So I'm thinking all of these things tie into this main idea. It's important to be informed, which also means smart and able to make good decisions, consumer, so I can make good decisions about things that I buy. All right, friends. Now we're back in the main slide deck. It says that there's a process for determining the main idea. We needed to read the text, which we did. We needed to ask, what is the author's main point in the text, or what is the big idea? And we decided the main idea of 3 ways to learn about consumer power is that consumers need to be informed to make good choices about what they buy. And number 3 was ask, what key details does the author give us in the beginning, middle, and end of the text? And the key details that support the main idea are, well, we talked about several. You could probably come up with others as well. How do these details support the main idea identified? These details support the main idea by or because, and I talked about that as well. All right, so now it's your turn. You're going to get to go work on your own graphic organizer in Seesaw. And here we are, friends, inside of the Seesaw activity. You'll have a chance to write about what your idea of the main idea of the text is. Even if you click right here, you can click and you can start to type in whatever it is that you want to type. Then it says, what are the key details that support the main idea? A key detail from the beginning of the text is, you can click in there and continue writing in there. A key detail from the middle of the text is, you can click there and keep writing something from your notes there. A key detail from the end of the text is, and you'll write in that detail. Then you get to circle one of those key details from the graphic organizer. So that would be one of these, 1, 2, or 3. You're going to circle one of those and then think about how does it support the main idea. So this detail supports the main idea because, and you're going to finish that sentence. Again, if you click here, you can just keep typing in whatever it is that you think. This detail supports the main idea because, and you'll type it in. If for some reason you forget what we were listening to, you can listen to the whole text again here by clicking here, or you can read it to yourself by clicking up here. But then you'll need to come back if you do follow this link. This link will keep on playing it to you while you continue to work here. So, my friends, I know you'll do a great job, and you'll click the green arrow when you are all finished.